let's start with the reading, Capricorn. This reading is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. Keep in mind that energies go both ways, especially for cross watchers. Feel free to interpret the direction of the messages as it best resonate with your own personal situation. Also, I am selecting people for free personal readings. If you need one, just keep watching to know how to get selected. Now, let's see what messages we have for you today. Wow. Okay. It's definitely a very interesting reading. And yes, the lovers right here at the bottom of the deck with the Five of Swords. So what I'm seeing right here overall is that you are going or went through a very emotional time, a very emotional energy that perhaps shaped the world around you. This energy has the power to make you reevaluate everything in your life, reevaluate who you are, who you want to become. And overall, it gives you the power to be bold, to do things that usually maybe you don't do, to invest in situations that usually you don't invest into. But for some reason, in that specific case, it just makes sense. Even if you cannot explain it as a Capricorn, you do want to explain these things as much as possible. But right here, it just felt right for reasons that maybe were not clear to you yet, but that maybe one day they would have been. Right now, we see that this is a beautiful connection. And sometimes beautiful connections have a lot of struggle. It's hard to believe, but with the lovers, you don't have everything always at perfection. In fact, with the lovers, especially at first, you can get a lot of frustration, a lot of struggle, a lot of obstacles and issues that might make you believe that this is not a situation that you should pursue. This is not that special soulmate that maybe you felt they were at first. But I always see that as your first test, your commitment being tested, your faith being tested. There is something right here which the two of you might have done to each other, and at the same time you might have not been proud to do that. You might have not been proud to say certain things. Obviously, what I see here is a very strong connection that at times instead turns into arguments or even actions. Even if it gets to cheating, to revenge, I see that regardless of what you do, in those cases, no one wins. No one is happy. No one feels as though they are coming out of that situation as a winner, as gaining something, as having control. The both of you, when you fight and have issues, feel out of control in a situation that impacts your life so deeply, which means that it's making you feel just out of control in general. And that's not a good feeling to have, especially for a Capricorn. Now, in the middle of the reading, we see the Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. You know, as soon as I seen these two cards, given the context, of course, I just see two people who, first of all, Capricorn, truly love each other. And every time that we mention love, we think about, again, perfection, right? Someone who's just generous, who's just giving. But love sometimes can take you to very dark places, or in general, places where you have no idea how to move into, how to proceed, how to behave, how to approach. And so right here, in other words, what I'm saying is two people who actually care about each other a lot, but who are still learning in a way how to love. In fact, right here, you see the Eight of Pentacles improvement. The Six of Cups, it's really showing me a somewhat pure energy that doesn't fully know what to do, that it's still learning, and that just lets the emotions in and lets them create things and do things, say things that maybe with more experience they wouldn't do or say, you know? So right here, what I see so far is that regardless of what has happened in between the two of you, and regardless of the fact that it might have also been pretty hurtful for you or for them, I see that deep down you both have good intentions, and you both think, especially your person, that you are all they have. This is really someone who's saying, you're all I have, Capricorn. And because of that, I destroy this. I sabotage this. There is something right here that they don't know how to approach. But so far, at least from what we see, it feels like they have good intentions. Now, I am not justifying any poor behavior. Please don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to understand what the cause of certain events is. And right here, at least so far, we see that this person is having really hard time handling this major love that they have for you. And for some of you, they might be handling it in a way that they hide it from you, therefore making you feel as though this person doesn't care, they care just about themselves. But that's not what I'm seeing right here. Now, for you, in your focus position, we have the Hierophant. And this is telling me right now that you are going through a time in your life where maybe you are wanting to build something long term, following some sort of traditions, following some sort of path that will take you to an outcome that feels reachable for you, that feels stable, an outcome that you could be proud of. And so right here, overall, you're trying to get there, trying to manifest that into your life. But also at the same time, I do believe that you're deeply looking into this situation because there are a lot of things that you cannot explain. You know, if you are to look at the facts and the things that this person has done, said, the way they were saying those things to you, you know that they were sincere. And then how did they end up doing other things that didn't reflect what they said earlier, before that, with their words at all? And so right here with the Hierophant, I almost see you being the student, the teacher, just trying to learn what's happening to the situation, maybe even reading books or watching videos that could explain certain behaviors. Maybe you're thinking that this person is a little bipolar, that they have two personalities, or that they have had a trauma and so they behave in a certain way. There is something right here that you're trying to figure out on your own. And, you know, although that's what you can do right now and what you feel you need to do, these are issues that you should solve together through communication. But maybe you don't feel that communication with them really takes you anywhere. In your past position, Two of Swords, we see that you maybe were not even looking for love right here. Maybe you have had a hard time deciding to open up to this person. Right here, there is clearly something that is showing us how at first you didn't want to get into a commitment. And not because you're not looking for it, the Hierophant, but just because you didn't want to raise your expectations, right? Once you have expectations and those expectations are maybe not met, now you have the disappointment. Now you feel like you're failing or like life is failing you. And that's a whole different type of energy that you do not want to deal with. You have a lot of other things to take care of. And right here, we've seen that before allowing this person into your heart, into your life, it took a while, right? And we see that overall is still your strength right now, in your strength position, 10 of Pentacles. You know, you are a freaking strong person. And trust me when I say that you can truly manifest anything that you want. It's important, though, to do the right thing, to focus on the right thing, and to not think that once you have something, you cannot have something else. Once you have stability, you cannot have love. Once you have love, you cannot have peace. You know, it's not like that. Why? It's not me saying it. It's this card right here, Ten of Pentacles, a card that talks about having it all, having the abundance and having so much of multiple things that you can give it away. And so this is your strength, which means that this is in your cards, this is in your future, this is in your path. So do not start like that, because although this, I don't perceive this as being your fault at all. The fact that you were already insecure at first maybe has given them certain messages. They've seen you maybe not being super confident about this at times, and they interpret it as a risk. But they are here. They are in love with you, obviously. But because of this, maybe, which on your end still makes sense, because of this, they might act sabotaging the relationship and coming from a place of insecurity. That could be the case. Of course, we will look into this energy person. We will try to understand what their motivations are, what their real feelings and intentions are in a minute. Now, supporting the reading the Sun, honestly, things are about to change for you. With the Sun, especially when it supports the whole reading, you know that you have happiness coming your way. And this is not a week-long, a month-long happiness. This is a lifetime of happiness. And going back to what we were saying before, this feels like a test right now. And how you will react to this, approach the situation currently, it will probably determine your very future, your very outcome. What you have ahead, it's great potential. It's actually fulfillment for all of your expectations. This is growth, expansion with this person, positivity, feeling as though life is good, and just exploring the good, experiencing the good side, the positive and light side of the Lovers, which again, as every card has the positive and the negative. Right here, we have the possibility to focus on the positive alone. Now, coming your way, very interesting. I see this Fool card, this Page of Pentacles as well right next to it. There is something right here that someone is going to do which could be seen as a major risk. I do believe that either you or this person is about to approach the situation in an original way, in a way that up to this point might look like very risky, but I do believe, seeing the Sun here, that depending on how you react to this event coming up for you, you might get to a very happy place with this person. Now, I do see that the two of you are somewhat meant to be together, but regardless of that, the Sun energy, the Ten of Pentacles energy is in your destiny, Capricorn. So for you here, we have positive development, but you need to make sure that you do things right in order to get here. Let's see what this event is going to be about. Let's see what this Fool card is representing right now and how to best approach and react to this upcoming event in order to get where you're destined to go. Because this is for you, Capricorn. You deserve it. And you need to make sure that you don't miss out on that opportunity. So let's immediately look into the Fool, Page of Pentacles, which seems to be a message telling you about this Fool energy, whatever it represents. And then let's also see how this person actually feels. Where are their fears coming from? And what are their true long-term intentions as well? Let's look into all of this. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box, Capricorn. Also, don't forget that every week I randomly select viewers that have watched the extended video to offer them a free personal 30-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well, not mine. For now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Capricorn. We have seen a situation here which can be and has been very heavy for you, and whether you know it or not, for your person as well. Right here, I was looking at these cards right before starting the extended, and I really get messages from someone who doesn't know what they're doing. They don't truly and fully know. In a way, what I see here is someone saying, I never meant to hurt you, and I have good intentions. All I know is that you're all I've got. You are all I've got. That's what I see here. And because of that, which sounds very romantic, very beautiful, instead, this whole situation is turning into something that if you lose it, you're afraid to lose yourself in it as well. So that's why we were saying every card that has the positive and the negative, the lovers, it's great, but too much of it, it makes you feel as though if you were to lose it, now your whole life is going to get destroyed. You need balance in everything. And I do believe that with balance, this situation could really transform into what it's meant to be anyway. So let's see what's coming up for you. Let's see what that full energy coming up in your near future is going to be. Let's see what events you should expect, and then we will see how this person is actually feeling right now towards you and their intentions for the long-term future. Let's start by clarifying the Fool and the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. You have no idea how many times when I clarify, the first card that comes up is the card that I'm clarifying. That's awesome. All right. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely something you should know about, and it's something that you'll have to